Now, month to date, the Nio stock it's up 30%, which is something that brings excitement to the retail investors or to those that were buying this Nio stock towards this 52-week low of below $12. Now, you remember that this is a stock that we talk a lot about on this channel, and the recent or some of the things that are to happen in the near future are the ones that are making the retail investors or the institutional investors to come in and load the boat. I mean, you know by now that obviously Nio it's expected or expects to start selling their new NT 2.0 SUV called the ES7 in August, followed by the NT 2.0, another vehicle which is the ET5, and they have already started selling the ET7, which is expected to obviously start selling around 5,000 vehicles starting from August. Now, with all that, guys, Morgan Stanley yesterday we just read wonderful news of saying that they believe that though Nio has gained this 30% month to date, they are still believing that it looks like the surging of the Nio shares is set to continue growing. And of course, we'll be looking at what they put out there or some of the things that is making them to think that way. So of course, before we go deep into this video, we already know that this video is just an entertainment video, and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart if you do hit that like button if you enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the Nio stock and what Morgan Stanley just said about it. Now, Morgan Stanley said one of the main reasons which of course they believe that the Nio shares will continue rising is something, or it's an event that is set to take place next week, which is of course is the June deliveries. Now, you remember that on this channel I've been also discussing, or we've been also discussing the June deliveries as to what is it that we are to expect from those deliveries. And you know that obviously by now you should know that most analysts believe that Nio worst case scenario for June it will deliver around 12,000 vehicles, which is something that so many of the retail investors are patiently waiting to see. Now, Morgan Stanley said, ladies and gents, the main reason, or one of the main reasons why they believe that the Nio shares will continue rising is of course the June deliveries. Now, Morgan Stanley indicated that if Nio can manage to deliver between 11 and 13,000 vehicles for the month of June, we can expect a lot and lots of retail investors or investors to come in again on this stock, because this will of course boost the sentiments around Nio, indicating that it is starting to recover in terms of deliveries, as that of course brackets or as Nio has never delivered over 11,000 vehicles, and for Nio to deliver between 11 and 13,000 vehicles will be a new record or monthly record, which is something that of course will obviously excite the investors or those that have been wanting to buy the Nio stock, or those that probably have sold the Nio stock and don't own any Nio shares. This of course, if Nio get to deliver over 11,000 vehicles, will again probably call or make those that have sold the Nio stock to come back once again and buy this stock, because ladies and gents, like I said, in the second half of this year, Nio it's just set to do very well. And by the way, the good deliveries that we are going to see in June are just the beginning of the big delivery numbers that are expected to come in the second half of this year. As you already know that, of course, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank believes that Nio will finish the year delivering between 25,000 and 30,000 vehicles towards the end of this year, which is something that is incredible. And of course, this just shows you that for the fact that Nio right now is expected to deliver between 11 and 13,000 deliveries for the month of June, getting to know that by the end of the year Nio might be delivering 30,000 vehicles is something that of course it is amazing, and it has to be well noted and motivate you or encourage you to remain bullish onto this Nio stock, because one way or the other this is a stock which is just set to do very well. Now, another thing that of course Morgan Stanley highlighted is that of course the 3 new models that Nio introduced just this year will increase their competitiveness, and it's going to make Nio to do really well, not just only in the second half of this year, but even in the going forward, even in 2023, which is something that is incredible and must just show you that Nio it's a good long-term stock to buy now. And those of you that are buying right now at this low trading price, they will get at, or they will be excited at the kind of gains they will be sitting with in the near future. Nio is a stock which is just set to do very well, and remember that most analysts, worst case scenario, they are expecting Nio to deliver around 160,000 vehicles for this year, and of course 320,000 vehicles for the year 2023, which is something that of course just has to show you the kind of good news that are just set to come on the Nio stock in the years to come, which is something that is incredible. Now you remember that of course Nio is a stock that of course in Wall Street right now has got an average price target of around $36 or over $36 per stock, which is a good, or which is a good 61% of good gains if you have to go in and buy the Nio stock right now. But one thing for sure is that Nio, looking at the current fundamentals or latest fundamentals and future prospects, it is just set to do very well, and you are definitely going to regret the opportunity that is currently on Nio right now, looking at where Nio is set to be in the near future. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you this quick update about the latest developments or the latest statements which was released by Morgan Stanley about Nio shares continue to rise, especially looking at the fact that next week we'll be seeing, or Nio will announce their June delivery numbers, which so many of the retail investors, including myself, are patiently waiting to see, because we know that these are the deliveries that of course will tell us if really Nio is going to continue reporting good delivery numbers going forward for the rest of the year, which is something that is incredible. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.